Hey everybody, welcome back to Whiskey Helps. This is John, and he's not drunk yet, but it's Larry right now. We're going to be doing another show for you guys, doing another whiskey review. Larry?
As usual, let's drink.
Let's drink. Today we got some more Jim Beam whiskey. Double oak, twice barreled. Now the reason why we're doing Jim Beam today is if you haven't heard yet, then I don't know why you watch this show, because obviously you don't follow anything whiskey. Jim Beam's distillery burned down. Where in Kentucky was it? Was it their main distillery or was it another one?
I don't. When we get into the drinking, I'll figure out where. But yeah.
No. But their distillery burned down. They lost God knows how much money. So we're gonna give them a little bit of our money, a little bit here. But we've never had this kind of Jim Beam. This is double oak, twice barreled, expertly aged and then matured in a second oak barrel. It says.
Before tax, it was $22.99. After tax, it was like 25 something. So not too bad for a fifth. It's not bad.
It says legacy. Jim Beam Double Oak is a whiskey to rival any other. It is first aged in charred American white oak barrels. White oak barrels. Yeah.
Thousands of fish die after Kentucky bourbon fire.
Shit.
About 45,000 barrels of bourbon burned in the blaze at the Jim Beam warehouse, where firefighters from 4 counties were enlisted to help contain it.
Why is there a naked baby in my eyes?
It was from my sister-in-law's baby reveal that she was pregnant, and I just thought it was funny to just throw them in ice, and when somebody doesn't know, and you put it in their ice, and then it melts, and they just got a floating baby.
We just got demonetized. Naked babies. Outstanding.
What's it smell?
It smells like bourbon.
It smells like normal, but
Yeah. And let's hope there's something better about it. The last few Jim Beams we've done haven't been much to write home about.
oh, okay. It was Woodford County Warehouse, which held the 45,000 barrels. By the face, I'm gonna say that you don't like it.
I mean, it's a bourbon shot.
It's fair. Which I'm sure will get better with the ice and chilled, as
Probably.
usual. I don't know, that like after effect of sitting on your
Yeah, it just kind of sits right there.
Oh, that is stout though. I mean, it was about time that we did a Jim Beam episode, and we've been complaining about Jim Beam owning like all of our liquors, which we still don't have all of them up here because we still got like a bottle over at our friend's house where we filmed one video, and a couple more that are still have liquor in them, so we're trying to figure out something to do with those so they don't go to just waste. Oh.
Let's see if this is better iced. Let's freaking hope
You
so.
got ice? Okay.
Yeah, I got ice. And the baby.
Oh, my glasses are dirty.
Oh, that's definitely better.
Is it cold?
Oh, that's definitely better.
Let me give mine a second, because it always takes so long to chill. I mean, I got some things that aren't going to add any water to them, but they're kind of ice.
I'll put those in here whenever I go to do the gin and coke.
I guess that would kind of defeat the purpose, but whatever.
That's a lot better.
That's not bad. I would say that's better. I wouldn't say a lot better like this, but it definitely dimmens down that
Try it with the ice.
that bark that it's got. This sure as hell isn't a white. That's a bark. Huh. There was a lot of that flavor, I guess. That bourbon flavor that just like, I guess that smoked barrel, whatever, that aged barrel taste that just comes out in that. And I'm not a big fan so far. I mean, I like it, but I'll probably like it more with something.
I mean, I've never once in my life complained about bourbon.
I mean, I don't complain about a lot of things.
Yes, you do.
When it comes to liquor, but
Complain as much as a woman.
I mean that's part of the show. Is we're supposed to do that. But I've got fruit punch this time. We're gonna see how fruit punch tastes with it because I don't have anything else right now. Anyway. Piece of my thingamajiggies in there. That's always fun. Some rope from that bag is inside here.
Give it a little flavor.
Yeah.
A little protein.
Let's see if I can figure out some knowledge on Jim Beam.
I'm gonna make me a big glass of this. I got a toothache, ladies and gentlemen, so.
Wiki.
But hey, even with the toothache, Larry, whiskey helps.
So, Jim Beam is a brand of bourbon whiskey produced in Clearmont, Kentucky by Beam, a subsidiary of Suntory Holdings of Osaka, Japan. It is one of the best-selling brands of bourbon in the world. Since 1795, interrupted by the Prohibition, of course, 7 generations of Beam family have been involved in whiskey production for the company that produces the brand, which was given the name Jim Beam in 1933 in honor of James B. Beam, who rebuilt the business after Prohibition ended. Previously produced by the Beam family and later owned by the Fortune Brands Holding Company, the brand was purchased by Suntory Holdings in 2014.
Oh, so Jim Beam doesn't even own Jim Beam?
No.
Like the original people? Okay.
The original people don't own it anymore, but it's still manufactured by Beam Suntory.
So basically they bought them and said, y'all can keep your jobs up.
I guess.
That ain't bad.
But yeah, no, the Beam family doesn't, I guess, currently own it.
Huh.
I don't know if the Beam family even is a thing anymore.
I'm sure descendants.
I mean, maybe, yeah.
Do you at least send, Jim's great whatever check every now and again? I mean, come on.
That's not bad.
About their namesake. This really isn't bad either.
I mean, 1795. I think that's our oldest one so far.
It might be.
Because I know previously Old Crow got knocked out by... Or no, Old Crow was the oldest, I think.
No.
I don't remember. I think Jameson was older because...
But it's not an American whiskey.
I don't know if it's older than 1795. I can't remember.
Give that a try. I wouldn't call it delicious, but...
It's got a weird little taste afterwards.
I'm thinking maybe I didn't add enough Coke or added too much whiskey.
Shit.
You still trying to get that rope out?
Yeah, see? I got it.
You should just drink it.
Try mine. During the late 18th century, members of the Bohm family, who eventually changed the spelling of their surname to Beam, immigrated from Germany and settled in Kentucky.
You said that was good?
I said it's not bad.
Maybe if you added a little
Jacob
bit more fruit punch
Beam
to it.
was a farmer who began producing whiskey in the style that became known as bourbon. It was originally in just corn whiskey.
Well, apparently Kentucky actually invented bourbon whiskey. According to my Aunt Sandy, she's getting a little upset of all the shit we talked about Kentucky because then I talked about Kentucky. Because apparently our family originates from Kentucky. I mean, sorry, Aunt Cindy, we moved away from that. They know how their sisters kiss. I'm just saying. Well, apparently they did invent bourbon whiskey, so that kind of explains why they own everything.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, the Bourbon Trail that we've been talking about doing,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of places.
It is. We need to go. Would we do it in one day, or we need to do it in two?
I don't know. We'd probably take a weekend, go up there.
A whole weekend?
Yeah, film a few things, go do a lot of different things. Just film a weekend.
If we get those 50 subscribers, and I chug that pint, because I will chug a pint, we'll attempt to chug a pint, we get 50 subscribers. We're close. We're like what, almost 40?
Last time I looked, we were at 40. We had 10 left.
Yeah, so we got 10 left, and I'll chug a pint of whiskey on. We'll attempt. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do it. Probably puke my guts up.
Probably.
Yeah, but I will attempt to chug a pint of whiskey on camera, and then we get to the 50. I say we go do the bourbon trail.
That's fair.
Agree to it on camera, so you can't take it back. It's hard to get him to go do anything.
I just don't like doing shit like that.
Yeah.
No, 50 subscribers. Yeah, we will chug that.
Say it. Say it.
At 50 subscribers, we'll go to Kentucky and go do the bourbon trail for a weekend.
There we go.
Uh,
I'm gonna add a little more coke to this.
but-
Fuck you.
Also, while we're wrapping it up at the end of this video, if you have a suggestion on the whiskey that we should do next, or the bourbon or the rye or whatever you want to call it next, just put down in the comments what you would like.
Get him on the show.
Even the shit talkers, if y'all got some like you like Mother Russia dude, piece of shit, whatever, small dick, needle dick, whatever.
Yes.
But as always,
I'm drunk, and he's Larry.
this has been Whiskey Helps. We'll see you in the next video.
Whiskey helps.
Fuck.